When we think about the multiverse, time loops, or the theory of relativity, we usually picture modern science fiction or the mathematical breakthroughs of 20th century physicists. But centuries before scientists mapped the curvature of spacetime, ancient Hindu texts were already describing the exact mechanics of cyclical universes and nonlinear time. The entity observing these cosmic loops is no deity, high priest, or mythical superhero. The observer is a black crow named Kakabhushundi. How does a common scavenging bird end up as the eternal witness to the multiverse? The answer challenges our assumption that complex frameworks for infinity are a recent invention. Humanity has possessed these mind-bending concepts for thousands of years. Long before he had feathers, Kakabhushundi was human. He lived in the ancient city of Ayodhya as an arrogant, bigoted man who violently despised religious sects outside his own. His ego eventually led to a critical error. During a prayer to his chosen deity, Lord Shiva, Kakabhushundi openly disrespected his own spiritual teacher, triggering divine wrath. Shiva cursed him to undergo 1,000 consecutive reincarnations as lesser creatures. His punishment began in the form of a snake. He cycled through hundreds of lives. Finally, reborn as a scholar, he immediately fell back into his old habits, insulting a powerful sage named Lomasha. This earned him a final, permanent curse. He would live out the rest of existence as a crow. This brutal chain of reincarnations served a specific function. Stripped of his human ego and forced to experience life from the bottom of the food chain, his mind was finally forced into a state of extreme spiritual clarity. The ancient text known as the Yoga Vasista details how this crow achieves the impossible. He survives the total dissolution and rebirth of the universe itself. He does this through absolute mastery of breath control, a practice known as pranayama. The text outlines a physiological process where the upward-moving life force, or prana, is perfectly balanced against the downward-moving eliminating force, apana. By perfectly balancing these opposing internal forces, Kakabhushundi completely suspends his biological clock. When the physical cosmos eventually collapses into fire and flood, he simply sits on the branch of a celestial wish-fulfilling tree, completely unattached to the destruction unfolding around him. In this lore, true immortality requires no physical armor. It is achieved entirely through absolute detachment from the chaos of creation and destruction. Kakabhushundi uses his eternal vantage point to engage in a massive time loop. During every iteration of the cosmic age known as the Treta Yuga, he flies to Ayodhya to watch the exact same events of the child Lord Rama play out. During one of these loops, the child Rama tries to catch the crow. For a fraction of a second, Kakabhushundi doubts that this playful toddler is actually the supreme creator of the universe. Fleeing the child's grasp, the crow accidentally flies directly into Rama's mouth. Inside, he discovers millions of suns, moons, and multiverses existing within the deity. He wanders through this internal multiverse for centuries, observing countless galaxies. But when he finally flies back out into the physical world, he finds the child Rama's hand still reaching for him. Not a single second of real time has passed. This event is a literal demonstration of Maya, the ancient concept of illusion. It proves that linear time and physical reality are entirely subjective, capable of stretching into centuries or collapsing into a microsecond. We see the ultimate application of this philosophy through Garuda. He is the king of birds, the majestic golden eagle mount of Lord Vishnu himself, and he is suffering from a severe crisis of faith. When Garuda seeks spiritual instruction to resolve his doubts, the gods do not send him to a powerful deity or a high priest. They force the apex predator of the skies to sit at the feet of a scavenging crow. Kakabhushundi answers the eagle's doubts by outlining 7 core truths of existence. He defines the greatest pain a creature can endure as poverty, and the most grievous sin as speaking ill of others. When asked to diagnose the diseases of the mind, the crow points directly to lust and infatuation, identifying them as the root cause of all mental suffering. The dynamic between the golden eagle and the black crow reveals the central meaning of Kakabhushundi's existence. Absolute truth and wisdom operate completely independent of social status, outward appearance, or biological form. The universe's most profound secrets hide